So good morning to one and all. So today we are going to start regarding the alkaloids. You already have familiar about the alkaloids. You studied in your previous year or previous semester. So in coming to the alkaloids, so like they are the alkali halides. So alkali in the sense they are basic. So in coming to the halide, so they contain the halide functional group, that is the nitrogen. So they are the uh, organic compounds, so from the natural or the synthetic origin, and they are having basic in nature, and they contain one or more nitrogen atom inside or outside the heterocyclic ring, and they are going to possess the physiological effect or the pharmacological properties on the humans or on the animals in the small quantity. So means if you are going to take in large quantity, they are all poison. So if you are going to take in small quantity, so they are all the drugs. Okay, so like previously they were used to in poisoning purposes, or they are having the hallucination properties, so they are used as hallucinating drugs, and they are the potent poisons, so like to kill the enemies or to faint the animals or to kill the animals. So they are used in arrows and all. So like to for they are having more toxic property than the medicinal property. So if you are going to take in small dose, so then they are all the drug. If you are going to take in larger doses, then they are all the poisons. Okay, so when coming to the properties, so first we are going to go to the physical properties. So when coming to the physical properties, so with few exceptions, so all the alkaloids are colorless crystalline solid. So means few are colored, so like the betaine, berberine, sanguinarine, so they are like the blue or the cuprous red in color. So when coming to few are liquid, or few are having volatile property, so but remaining all are colorless crystalline solid. Okay, so they are having the sharp melting point. Okay, they are having not range, they are having the sharp melting point, and all the alkaloids almost they are having the bitter taste, and they are going to show the optical activity due to the presence of so chiral compound, or they are going to show the optical isomerism. They are optically active, so they can be either levorotatory or they can be dextrorotatory. So in coming to the solubility, so they are all soluble in organic solvent, and they are insoluble in water. So when coming to the alkaloidal salts, so they are soluble in water, and they are like insoluble in the organic solvents. So when coming to the bases, so they are insoluble in water, but they are soluble in the organic solvent. So when coming to the salts, they are soluble in water, and they are like partially soluble or insoluble in organic solvents. So in coming to the chemical properties, so these alkaloids they are going to uh, they are basic in nature due to the presence of the lone pair of electron, that is nitrogen contain the lone pair of electron on. So hence they are going to show the basic property. So like if you are going to put the if you are going to enhance the basicity of the electrons, so by putting the electron uh, releasing group, so then it is going to show the increased basicity. So if you are going to put the electron releasing group, so then it is going to show the increased basicity, so its basicity is going to increase. So if you are going to put the electron withdrawing group, so if it is going to withdraw the electron, so like the chlorine and all, so then it is going to show decrease in the basicity. Okay, so when coming to the classification, so we are going to classify the alkaloids into various types. So like the mainly it includes the chemical classification, the it's depending upon the taxonomical classification, pharmacological classification, morphological classification. Okay, they are having many types of classification. So when coming to the main type, so that is the chemical classification. So depending upon the chemical classification, so they are categorized into three types. One is the heterocyclic alkaloids or the true alkaloids, non-heterocyclic alkaloids or the pseudo alkaloids, and the proto or the amino alkaloids. So when coming to the heterocyclic alkaloids or the proto alkaloids, so they are categorized into 12 types, which includes the pyrrolidine alkaloids. The example is the hygrine that you can see in the coca. Piperidine alkaloids that we can see in the lobelia, that is the lobenin. pyrrolizidine alkaloids that we can see in the Seniosin, that is in the Seniona. So when coming to the tropane alkaloids, the example you can write the datura, the atropine, hyoscine. So which are the constituent of the datura or the belladonna. So when coming to the quinoline alkaloids, that is the example is the quinine, isoquinine. Okay, so that quinidine, so that we can see in the cinchona, that is having anti-malarial property. So when coming to the isoquinolines, the example is the morphine, the codeine, that they are present in the opium derivatives, and the aporphin alkaloids that we can see in the boldin, the indole alkaloids that we can see in the ergots, that is the ergometrine, ergoverine, okay, vincristine, vinblastine, that we can see in the vinca. These are seen in the ergot. So when coming to the imidazoline alkaloids, so example is the pilocarpine, nescapine, so that we can see in the pilocarpus. And next is the purine alkaloids, that is the example is the caffeine, okay, theobromine, theophylline, that we can see in the coffee or tea. So when coming to the steroidal alkaloids, that we can see in the solanidine, that is we can see in the solanum or solanum xanthocarpum, or even we can see in the curchi also, that is a quinacine, that is also the steroidal drugs. When coming to the non-heterocyclic alkaloids or pseudo alkaloids, so which includes the diterpene alkaloids, that is the aconitin or aconine, that we can see in the aconites. So in coming to the proto alkaloids or the amino alkaloids, so which includes the ephedrine, okay, norepinephrine, so that we can see in the ephedra. Okay, so when coming to the pharmacological classification, so depending upon the pharmacological classification, so we are going to categorize as like the narcotic analgesic, so which is going to act on the brain and opioid receptor, and it is going to reduce the pain. So the example is the opium derivatives, that is the morphine and all, anti-malarial, so the cinchona, the quinine or quinidine, that is having the anti-malarial property, the CNS stimulant, that is the coffee, tea or Naxomica, that is having the CNS stimulant property. So when coming to the respiratory stimulants, that is the areca, so that is or the betel nut, that is having the respiratory stimulant property. So when coming to the oxytoxic, so example is the ergot, that is having the oxytoxic property. So when coming to the next, that is the anti-hypertensive, that is the Rauwolfia. So this Rauwolfia is having the anti-hypertensive property. So when coming to the anticholinergic, so like the datura and this belladonna, so they are having the anticholinergic property. So when coming to the sedative, that is going to calm the brain, so the ashwagandha, so that is having the sedative property. So when coming to the bronchodilator, that is the ephedra, so even if it is going to increase the low blood pressure, so hence it is used to elevate the blood pressure, that you can see in epinephrine is also going to act on the alpha 1 receptor, that is going to increase the blood pressure. So when coming to the chemical test, so the general chemical test, which includes the Wagner's reagent, that is the iodine with potassium iodide solution, so it is going to show reddish brown PPT. So when coming to the drag and drop reagents, that is the potassium bismuth iodide, so that is going to show the orange reddish color. So when coming to the Mayer's reagent, that is the potassium mercuric iodide, that is going to show the creamy white PPT. So when coming to the Hager's reagent, that is the saturated solution of picric acid, that is going to show the yellow PPT. So when we come back to the specific test, so for caffeine you can go with the Muroxide test. For the tropane alkaloids you can go with the Vitalis Morin's test. Okay, so the extraction and all, so we are going to discuss in the next video.